We are back. We're going to change gears. We're going up to Labrador. There's something happening up there tonight, and Marjorie Flowers is on the line to tell us all about it. Marjorie, how are you?
I'm very good. How are you?
It's a pleasure to talk to you, Marjorie.
Thank you.
You've had an eventful summer. You, yourself, Jim Learning, and Eldred Davis have spent some time at the pen, gone through the courts, and currently you're home but under house arrest. Is that correct?
That's correct. Beatrice Hunter as well. You didn't mention her name.
Beatrice Hunter as well. Sorry, I missed that.
Yes.
But is there what's happened up at the site today?
I wasn't, of course, allowed over to the site, so I can't tell you as a witness. But it's coming through messaging and people that were over there that are sharing through social media. That Melissa, as well as a few other of our land protectors, were there at the gate, and Melissa walked over off of the peace pad, the sacred ground that we're not allowed to tread off of, over to the gate to ask for a copy of the injunction, and she was arrested.
That was
taken to the lockup where she will spend the night. And court is scheduled for tomorrow morning at 11 o'clock.
So that's all she did, was simply ask for a copy of the injunction?
No, that is what came through from on social media.
Mm-hmm. Boy, oh boy. Nothing's changed.
Absolutely nothing's changed. It may be to our benefit, though, that they've done that, because Melissa Best, as probably a lot of people already know...
I think I've spoken to Melissa before, actually.
Yes, as an upstanding community citizen of Mud Lake, and has recently experienced the flood that happened as a result of manipulated water by Nalcor, and I'll say that because that's what I believe.
Mm-hmm.
So she's been going through this whole process with a committee, of course, to work with the government to try to get, the assessments done and people to be compensated and assisted. So, she is under a tremendous amount of stress as a person from Mud Lake and somebody who's been trying to work for the benefit of the people, and now to have that happen, like to go over and simply walk off the peace pad across from the gate, and ask for that. And that is how our legal system is operating here in Labrador.
Is she
and now we've also heard that the judge has put out word that he is fed up with people disrespecting the injunction, and he's ordering anybody to be arrested tonight that goes near the gate. It's become like a dictatorship here in Labrador.
Is this the first time someone has left and gone across the street?
Oh, goodness, no.
So what makes tonight so different?
First time in a while, I think.
Mm-hmm. So what makes tonight so different, do you think?
The transformer. The last transformer came in from Cartwright. There were 7 to be transported. It came two by two, and there was one left, to my knowledge, and I think that's correct.
Yep.
So that came in through. It left Cartwright this morning, and was getting in this evening. That's right too. Now that I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's always a lot of high energy and a lot of tension on both sides of the gate. Let's say, with the land protectors and with the puppeteers in there with their badges.
And how many officers are on site?
I wouldn't be able to say for certain. I don't know that. I haven't been over there. But from the pictures and from comments that people make, they still fire the ratio of RCMP to land protectors is like a staggering figure, right?
Yes, I know when these transformers were coming in, they really bulked up their presence up there.
Pardon?
When these transformers started to arrive, the RCMP have really sort of bulked up their presence.
Oh my God. They seem to be cloning rapidly, exponentially.
Yeah, they're coming up from all over the province, apparently, aren't they?
Well, they've taken them from all over eastern Canada. When I was escorted to St. John's on the RCMP plane, I was escorted by a lady and a gentleman, RCMP, both from Western Canada, who've never been to Eastern Canada before and grabbed the opportunity to come and see the place.
Wow.
So it's just ridiculous what's happening.
Well,
but like I say, I mean, I'm not going to speak for Melissa. She may have very well been on a mission, to make a statement, and I hope that's what has transpired here. That she has a plan in her head, a strategic plan, and she's going to create some publicity.
And that's tomorrow morning at 11 o'clock. She's going to be in court.
Yes.
Marjorie, for you it must be tough because I know where your heart is, and you're under house arrest, and you can't go there anymore.
That's right.
How old are you, Marjorie?
How old am I?
Yeah.
I'm 40-something.
You're still spry. And so how long is house arrest? Like, is there an end to this house arrest? Like, what is the time frame?
I have to go to court on Tuesday, the 29th. Supposedly for a hearing where they will present all the evidence to prove or not prove that I've broken the undertaking to stay away. And they have what appears to be hundreds of megabytes of information on CDs and jump drives of the land protectors over there. So of course they're going to see me there because I was there. I was there all winter, all spring and all summer until I was arrested.
Yep.
But I mean, everybody knows that. That's just the way it is. I did what I did, and I feel like I had to do it. And I did.
That's right. But I mean, to be there and it does not seem to. Do you believe that your actions constituted was actually worth being arrested for?
Absolutely.
Do you believe that? But do you believe that by being there and what you did made it so that the police should have arrested you, or do you think that it was totally foolishness and totally incorrect that you were ever arrested?
Well, I'm logical enough to know that there was an injunction in place. I'm logical enough to know that there was an undertaking that I signed, and these are legal documents. And so I know, therefore, that it was broken. But I didn't care, and I don't care.
What?
Because I believe that the injunction was unfair and unjust to begin with. Right? I look at that injunction. I'm an Inuit woman from Rigolet.
Mm-hmm.
I look at that injunction as the fiercest form of oppression for me, because it's telling me that I cannot stand up and say that and stand up against this notorious corporation that's threatening to flood out people, drown people, poison my traditional food source that me, my ancestors, my family, the people in my community of Rigolet have sustained ourselves with for thousands of years. So how in the world could I sit back and not do anything? We have to stand up. Our backs are against the wall.
It's a court injunction.
The question is the number of RCMP or the way it was conducted. I'd have something to say about that. Mm-hmm. But in essence, I know that undertaking was a legal document, a legal thing.
And it's frustrating for you because this is your backyard.
Absolutely. It's my home. This is what I always say. This is my home. This is real. This is not... I didn't come here to experience the wonders of Labrador in this trendy fashion that seems to be happening these days with all the parks being developed and everything. I've lived here. My ancestors are Inuit. My ancestors are Innu. I'm a half Inuit woman. My father is basically a white man. My mother is Inuit. Mm-hmm. So I have an authentic background of using this land for all that it has given us and could continue to give us, and all that the waters continue to give us and have given us. This is real. This is necessary. We've used it to keep ourselves alive. We've used this to keep our families alive. And to have this development come in here the way it has done, without proper consultation, with deceit and lies about how much they were going to spend initially, just the continuation of notoriously bad decisions related to the finances and stuff like that. I mean, my good God, what do we do? What the hell do we do besides what we're doing? Breaking junctions. We have to.
How are you passing your time now, Marjorie?
How am I passing my time? I'm sewing, doing some reading, do a lot of land protecting stuff through social media.
And what's the mood of the land protectors now with the most recent incident this evening with Melissa being in jail?
I think, from what I could see initially, there was a bit of panic because it's always like that. I think initially the people think, "Oh my God, they're doing it to us again. Holy, it's happening again. That we can't voice our concerns. We can't go to the king. We can't do what we need to do. To stand up and voice our concerns."
Well, the reaction sounds harsh as opposed to the initial action.
Pardon?
The reaction of the police sounds harsh as opposed to the initial action of Melissa to go and ask for a copy of an injunction.
I think there was 8 RCMP that escorted her over when they went and arrested her. It's overdone, like it's way overkill every time, and it's I guess supposed to be an intimidation. I guess is the only thing that I can see why they would handle it so ludicrously overdone.
Yep. Wow. So I guess tomorrow at 11 o'clock we're gonna find out exactly what's going to happen to Melissa. But it sounds for you it must be a serious case of deja vu all over again.
Oh, it is. Yes, I know what she's going through tonight in that cell.
I bet.
It's lonely and it's scary. And for what? Right? For what? For what? What crime was committed here?
That is a question that I can't answer, Marjorie. I cannot answer that question. I don't know.
I got to just make one more comment.
Absolutely.
The previous caller that was on just before the news, I sympathized with her case. It was a very sad story.
Yeah.
And when she first came on, your response was, "That's why we're here. That's what we do. We help people out. We do everything we can to help people." And I thought to myself, oh my God, what should I say to entice this man to help us here in Labrador because we're on the verge of being flooded and drowned and poisoned?
Well, I think you have done the perfect thing tonight because once again, a land protector has been arrested. They're in jail tonight. They'll be in court tomorrow, and I would invite any of the land protectors to call into the newsroom at VOCM tomorrow morning and give us regular updates as to exactly what is going on, because we may not have eyes and ears on the ground up there, but we want to know your story.
Great. I really appreciate that.
Okay. Thanks, Marjorie. I'm honored to have the opportunity to chat with you for a few minutes this evening. I hope we get to do it again.
Thank you.
Outside your house, too.
Yes,
All the best to you, Marjorie. Stay strong.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Well, that's Marjorie Flowers. That was a great call. And we're going to go to a break, I guess, Dave. Here we are.